civilized country podcast, your backyard for sports, entertainment, and real life issues. This is your educated country host, Mr. Jason. And do me a favor out there, ladies and gentlemen. Kick back in your favorite lazy boy, whatever your favorite chair may be, pour you a glass of your desired beverage, and just vibe with me while we ride these country streets. Alright, now we always civil, we always country. Okay, let's go. Alright, man, so I'm back at it again. You know what time it is. What's going on, guys? So, once again, the NFL is in full effect. I mean, hell, it seemed like all of our episodes have really been about the NFL, but I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a beautiful time. Alright, well, you know what? I tell you what, let's go ahead and kick things off a little bit, man. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go around the league. We're going to share with you the different scores, just in case any of these may have been your team. You know, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to start with the Thursday night game. Man, y'all seen that? That offense was hideous. Excuse me. Couldn't even get it out. Hideous. I don't know what that was. Anyway, the Washington Commanders defeated the Chicago Bears 12-7. And there may have been like one touchdown in that game. That was at the very end by the Bears. But man, PU. Anyway, Washington moves on. So they won that game. Alright, so we also had yesterday, the New England Patriots played the Cleveland Browns. They won 38-15. Now, you know what? Let's just say something really quick about that game. The young man, I believe his name is Zap. He looked good out there. Mac Jones, you might be in trouble, but yeah, Mr. Zap, he looked pretty good. His line was 24-34, 309 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, this is a rookie now. It's like, I don't know, might be a little bit of quarterback controversy out there in New England. Anyway, they beat the Cleveland Browns 38-15. Next year, we had the New York Jets. They beat the Green Bay Packers 27-10. Let me say that one more time in case y'all didn't hear me good. The New York Jets, right? They beat the Green Bay Packers 27-10. Yeah. That's why we like the NFL, right? Things change. New York Jets used to be the laughing stock of the league maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, they didn't suck for a long time now, right? But they beat Aaron Rodgers, who they don't look too good, man. They don't look too good. So it should be interesting to see exactly what goes on out there in Green Bay. But man, right now, since they lost Devontae Adams, they don't really look too good, dog. I don't know how much longer you can just relax, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Anywho, all right. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, they actually lost to the Indianapolis Colts, the Fighting Matt Ryans. Yeah, Matt Ryan had himself a hell of a game, right? It looks like he had 42 of 53 passes for 389 yards and 3 touchdowns. Matty Ice is back. That's what's up, Matt Ryan. I want to see, as you guys know, if you follow me, I want Matt Ryan to do good. I want Matt Ryan to do good, man. All right, cool. All right, next game we got here. We got the Minnesota Vikings. They defeated the Miami Dolphins. They beat them 24-16. 24-16. The starting quarterback, which I believe his name was Skyler or something. He was someone that we never heard of. But it looks like Teddy Bridgewater actually came to the game after Minnesota knocked the starting quarterback out of the game, and he was forced to come in. He came in, and Teddy Bridgewater actually threw for 23 of 34 passes for 329 yards, 2 touchdowns. But it wasn't enough to beat the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah. So anyway, Minnesota won 24-16. All right, next game we had the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals defeated the New Orleans Saints, our rivals. You know what I'm saying? So good. Appreciate that, Cincinnati. Anyway, Cincinnati won 30-26 over the New Orleans Saints. Yeah. All right, Mr. Joe Burrow, he had 28 of 37 passing yards for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. 28 of 37 passing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. And of course, Mr. Jamar Chase got funky too with 7 receptions, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. So yeah, they kind of balled out. They balled out yesterday. All right. Now this is one that's got me scratching my head still. But again, that's the parody of the NFL, man. That's just how it goes, right? Anyway, so the New York Giants defeated the Baltimore Ravens 24-20. You heard me right, 24-20. The New York Giants beat them. They are now 5-1. New York, yeah. Remember last year, New York sucked. They look like they were gonna suck for a long time. Nope, not this year. That's the NFL, bro. All the New York teams seem like they're swagging right now. Good for y'all. All right. So again, let's see. Lamar Jackson, he finished 17-32 passing for 210 yards with 1 touchdown. Not very Lamar Jackson-ish. All right. Anyway, good job, Giants. All right. Now this is another surprise right here. The Steelers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-18. Yep. And the rookie Pickett, who was the starter, he got knocked out of the game. So you know who had to come back in? Yeah. Trubisky. He came back in. He did admirably. All right. So here's what Tom Brady did, though. Tom Brady was 25-40 passing for 243 yards with 1 touchdown. Obviously, that's not gonna get it done. So again, the Steelers, they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-18. All right. So we also had the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers played the Los Angeles Rams, and they lost 24-10. Yep. Let's see here. Let's recap that. The Bucs lost. All right. The Saints lost, and the Panthers lost. That's all of the NFC South teams except for the best one. Yeah, that everybody thought was gonna suck. Anyway, we'll get to them in just a sec. Y'all just stay with me. Just stay with me. Anyway, so again, that game, the Rams beat the Panthers 24-10. And the coach had to kick Robbie Anderson out. There was something going on there. They had to kick that man out of the game. It seemed very entertaining. But anyway, there's issues going on down in Carolina. All right, that's y'all problem right now. Anyway, we swagging. But the Seattle Seahawks and the Fighting Geno Smiths, all right, they defeated the Arizona Cardinals 19-9. That's a little more low scoring than I anticipated or expected. Anyway, Kyler Murray, he finished 23-37 passing for 222 yards, and 1 INT. But he did carry the ball 10 times for 100 yards. So, kind of make up for it, I guess. But the grand scheme of it, they lost. So it doesn't matter, right? Again, the Seattle Seahawks beat Arizona Cardinals 19-9. All right. So the game of the day that everybody was waiting for, the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Buffalo defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 24-20. All right. Now, Patrick Mahomes, he finished with 25-40 passing yards, 338 yards with 2 touchdowns. He was the passing leader in that game. That's why we're not going over Josh Allen. You know, Josh Allen balled on his own. But anyway, and Mr. Diggs, he had 10 receptions, 148 yards, and 1 touchdown, which just kind of speaks to what type of game it was. But the Buffalo Bills, once again, they defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 24-20. 24-20. All right. And of course, the night game. The night game was the Dallas Cowboys and Cooper Rush, the Fighting Cooper Rushers, versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles smacked them around a bit. They smacked them around, and they are still undefeated. They have not lost the game right now. I believe they are now 6-0. Had to reach down there and see that they are 6-0. All right, they beat them 26-17. All right. I ain't gonna go over too many stats in that one, but yeah, Philadelphia Eagles beat them 26-17. So they obviously are in first place of that division, being undefeated. Can they be the next Miami Dolphins and have a completely, perfect season with no losses? I guess only time will tell, but I doubt it. I don't think so. All right, cool. Well, one team that we didn't go over with, the most important team that we really want to kind of, harp on, is the Atlanta Falcons defeated the San Francisco 49ers. They beat them 28-14. Yep, I'll say it one more time for you. 28-14. Yeah. Oh yeah, remember everybody talking about we gonna win one game, we gonna win 2 games. No, man, no. We not doing none of that. All right. Through 6 games of the season, we are now 3-3. What's that? 500. And guess what else we are? We're tied for first place with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. The Atlanta Falcons that y'all said was gonna suck. All right. Yeah, we're tied for first place in the division, man. Yeah. Well, gotta be careful what you say, man, because the NFL is a league of parody. You don't know. It may look one way on paper, but guess what? Once they start playing the games, then you really see what they made of. And I think you were seeing what these Atlanta Falcons are made of. All right. We coached up well. All right. Everybody fights hard. All right. We're a 2-half team. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We never used to come back and play good in the second quarter, or the second half in games. But guess what we're doing now? We playing good in the second half. Oh yeah, this ain't your granddaddy Falcons, man. I am definitely a homer. Y'all know that. All right. But a few things I want to say. So yesterday, Kyle Pitts, he hit the end zone for the first time in a long time, man. This was his first touchdown on U.S. soil. On U.S. soil. Cool. Congratulations, Mr. Kyle Pitts. He did the dirty bird on. He brought the dirty bird back, dog. Yeah, he brought the dirty bird back on. So that was cool. That was real cool. You know what I'm saying? And guess what our coach Arthur Smith did, man? Arthur Smith said, hey, after we whooped them boys around, offensive line was just pushing them boys, shoving them boys around. The coach for the Atlanta Falcons, you know what he did? He said, you know what, man? I'm gonna buy the offensive line a beer. I mean, it's a small thing, right? Like, I mean, y'all got bread. You can easily buy a beer, but who buys a beer for their offensive line right after the game that they drink right there in Mercedes-Benz Stadium? All right, the fans all around, they sitting there, they taking out their phones. They're like, oh, look at that, yeah. How many coaches you know just gonna buy their team a beer? Well, not the team, the offensive line a beer. So that's him saying, hey man, y'all played a hell of a game, offensive line. And they did, bro. They did. Man, hold on. Let me tell y'all the score one more time. 28-14. We are 3-3, tied for first place in the NFC South with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who look like they going the other way. They straight up look like they going the other way, bro. I don't know what's going on, Brady. Brady got a lot going on in his personal life that may be impacting them on the field. He's not attending the meetings and maybe not some of the practices or whatever the case may be, and maybe he's out of sync with the rest of the team. Maybe the team feels some type of way, like why he ain't got to be here. I mean, he is Brady. I mean, but at the same time, don't nobody come before the team, right? I don't care who you are. Ain't that how it's supposed to be? So anyway, what I'm trying to say is Tampa Bay is imploding from within. You know what I'm saying? The Saints, they're a dumpster fire. I don't know how we lost these guys on the first game of the year. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Dennis Allen and them, they don't really look like they really doing too much out there, man. They kind of suck. You know what I mean? They kind of suck. I'm just gonna say it, Saints, man. Y'all look sorry out there. Y'all look sorry. Man, it is what it is. And Carolina, man. Carolina, how the hell they expect y'all to do better than us? Because y'all are atrocious. Did I say that right? Y'all are hideous. I mean, y'all ain't good, man. Y'all ain't good. Y'all got some stuff to figure out up there. Y'all got some stuff to figure out. But what I'm gonna say, man, is these Atlanta Falcons, we swagging. We swagging right now. Not true enough. There's only been through 6 games. I understand. I'm gonna reel it back just a little bit. But here's the thing. Y'all left us for dead. Y'all didn't think we was gonna do nothing. Oh yeah, but we swagging. We swagging. We got a team full of players that work hard. Okay? Got a lot of grit. Ain't that what they say? Got a lot of grit. Yeah, man, we playing pretty well out there, man. All All right, ladies and gents, do me a favor, man. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for me. Just to make sure y'all can come on and vibe with me every time we drop some content. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys enjoy what you hear. But yeah, so we just definitely wanted to harp on that for just a moment about these dirty birds. Now, one more thing, a few more things I want to tell you guys, right? Well, you know what? The Atlanta Falcons right now, they are 3rd in the league in rushing. Yeah. So if that doesn't tell you what type of coach we got, who obviously appreciates the offensive line, that tells you that he loves the offensive line. He's an offensive line guy. He said, you know what, I'm going to take my guys out for a beer. That's what we're going to do. All right? So we are 3rd in the National Football League in rushing. All right? And our number 1 rusher is on injured reserve. That's Cordell Patterson. Man's on injured reserve. So that means that we are running by committee right now. We have a running back committee. All right? We have Algier. We have Huntley. Right? And we got Williams, Avery Williams. And the thing is that once somebody goes out, it's just next man up. It's just like it's a system. All right? Y'all remember we had Darrell Williams. He's on IR. You know, that's what we came to the season with. We had Cordell Patterson. He's on IR. But we got injuries too, dog. There ain't no excuse. There's no excuse. But we just keep on moving to the next man up and we still getting the job done. Alright? We still getting the job done. And we 3rd in the league in rushing. That's a hell of a statement to say when you ain't really got no funky halfback that you can really just point to like, oh, this is the reason why they're successful in rushing. Now, you can't really say that one man is the reason why we're successful in rushing. Earlier in the year, yeah, Cordell Patterson was doing his thing. True enough, right? He was doing his thing. He was doing his thing. But he got hurt. Hell, that was 2-3 games ago. We still doing. All right? Yeah, I mean, we got Cincinnati coming up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're the AFC Super Bowl champions. Well, I mean, they didn't win the whole thing, but they won the AFC, right? They won the AFC last year. So, and they're still a formidable opponent. Again, they beat the New Orleans Saints. They just came in there and drop kicked them yesterday. They came in and drop kicked them, man. So, you know what I'm saying? We not sitting here being like it's gonna be an easy win, because on paper, man, nobody think we was gonna win half these games that we win now, man. They didn't think we were gonna win a third of these games, man. They thought we were gonna win 2-3 games. You probably thought we were gonna win 2-3 games. It's surprising all y'all. I know it is. Even some diehard Falcon fans probably like, man, we really ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I always felt like we was gonna have around the same record that we had last year. We was gonna win the same amount of games that we had last year, which was 7-8. I always kind of believed in the coaching staff. Now, to be honest with you, after 6 games, they probably right about where I thought they would be at. I mean, I ain't gonna even hold you on that. You know what I mean? Because I thought that we were gonna swag. I felt that we had a good coach. I felt like they had some brewing down here. Now, it would exceed my expectations if we actually ended up making the playoffs, though. I didn't see us being a playoff team, so we'll see what happens there, right? I don't want to sit here and say that we're not going to be, but I didn't see it. I thought that we were going to win a hell of a lot more games than everybody else thought we were going to win. I can tell you that much. All right. So rise up, all right, Falcon Nation. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we doing our damn thing. All right, so a few quick things that I want to harp on. I'm not going to stay too long on that. But first, I want to give an honorable mention to the Atlanta Braves, man. They got put out the first round by the Philadelphia Phillies. Hey, Braves? First round? Come on, man. Y'all worked so hard to win a division just to lose in the first series that y'all had. Man, that's very disappointing, man. I'm so, you know what I'm saying, anybody who casually watch baseball, you know what I'm saying, in the city, you feel my pain on that. It's like, damn, man, y'all worked that hard just to lose the first round. This always sucks. Now you gotta wait a whole nother year, go through a whole nother 100 and some odd games, man. Anywho, Okay, so did y'all see, man, on Saturday, man, Alabama got beat by Tennessee? I kind of knew that was going to happen. I kind of felt like it. I knew it was going to be a tough game for Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They had the boy Booker up there, right? He kind of looked like me, if you feel what I'm talking about. Well, Tennessee, they starting to get it. They starting to get it. Like Tennessee was slowly starting to build up and get better and get better. Now they beating the powerhouses of college, right? They beat Alabama. Y'all know how that SEC is, right? They beat Alabama. All right. Now they come down here to Georgia on November the 5th, so that's like in 2 more weeks. So we gonna see that it's gonna be a heck of a game where they beat 2 number ones. I mean, I'm not rooting for it because I go for Georgia. I'm not primarily a Georgia guy, a Georgia fan. To be honest with you, I'm a Tech guy, and that's just because they a little closer to me. They down the street, man. I can get to Tech a lot easier, than I can to Athens. But I still go for the Bulldogs. Don't get it twisted. I still go for them. When they're not playing Tech. But yeah, man, they gonna have to go and tighten up their bootstraps because Tennessee is coming, Jack. Oh yeah, they coming. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, right? A lot of these other SEC teams seem to be getting on the bandwagon of it, and they understand it, right? Like, for one, I say Alabama. At least you've seen them go for Jalen Hurts, right? And you see what he's doing in the NFL now. He's doing pretty well. I want to say their backup quarterback. Now, even Bryce Young. I mean, they're starting to kind of get it. They kind of get it. Nick Saban, he get it in Alabama. He's like, man, look, I'm not going to keep on playing this game. I'm going to go ahead and go get me some brothers to play ball. You know what? One thing, UGA, they ain't never got no brothers down there. Last time you seen at the quarterback position, never had it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, they had DJ Shockey. I apologize. Let me take that back. They did have DJ Shockey. But they just seem a little more firm in their ways when it pertains to certain things, right? One thing about Athens and UGA, like they should, and I was talking to my tax guy about it. He brought up a lot of points. So I do want to make sure I shout him out as far as that goes, right? But he had a lot of points. He's like, man, Athens don't really advertise in Atlanta like that. And I was like, you know what? They really don't. Like, you really don't start seeing a lot of Bulldog stuff until you start driving a little closer to Athens. Then you start to see how it is Bulldog country, right? You start seeing all of the stores and everything. You'll start seeing billboards and you'll see other little stuff with Athens and Bulldog apparel all through when you start getting closer to Athens, right? You'll see it everywhere. In the city, you don't really see it though. Not like that. I mean, you'll see fans of the Bulldog. You see them wearing their apparel and stuff like that, right? But you don't really see them market towards Atlanta like that. And it's like, for real, anybody that's in college football understands that if you're going to compete, you got to get Atlanta. You got to get Atlanta, Jack. All right? We got the top level talent that come from here. Yeah, it ain't Miami or anything else like that anymore. It's Atlanta, Jack. You get Atlanta, then that's where you're gonna start winning. But Georgia don't really seem like they do like that. Like, if people from Atlanta want to go to UGA, it's just because out of moral obligation, or maybe not moral obligation, but you know what I'm saying? I want to ride with my home team because I'm from around this way, so I would like to go to UGA. Right? They don't really seem like they recruit heavily in the city, because if they did, they wouldn't get them. They would have nothing but Atlanta talent. Now, true enough, they're number one right now, right? They're number one. But the Bulldogs should have been number one for a long time now, right? If you win Atlanta, man, then you winning these championships. Saban has been winning Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, that's just something I wanted to make sure I highlight, man. But again, I wish the best for the Bulldogs. I want them to continue to do good. I know they just won the national championship last year. I want them to win another. I also want Tech to come on, get up out the, get up out the basement too, man. Come on, Tech. You got to do it eventually, right? There's a lot of small intricacies behind the scene that kind of contributes to them not doing everything, but they do have a brother at quarterback though. They do have that. Anyway, they just got to win the state of Georgia. All right. So, yeah, man. I do want to let you guys or remind you guys that this broadcast is brought to you also by Hidden Chili. All right, it's made with fresh ingredients. It's southern, it's homemade, and it's chunky. It's not just good, man. It's hidden chili. All right, everybody out there. So remember, as a man thinketh, he shall become. And if you're not getting better, man, you're getting worse, dog. All right, I'm gonna get at y'all again in a minute. All right, peace.